down there. Adam Goods in the midfield. And Morton looks like he's gone to him. That'll be a great matchup.
Stevic, Wen and Finley, and away we go on a Sunday afternoon with the sun shining. Sylvia out of the middle. Pretty good last week. Hooks it down towards half forward. Benell, lively customer, slips away from Malcheski. Look at him go. 55 metres out towards full forward. Will it run on? Hacked out of the air by Dunn. There's the opening goal. Demons on the board.
Well, that's just a brilliant start for Melbourne. Already spoken about how they've been slow starters. Last weekend they were slow. They got themselves into the game in the second half. But Benell's just got wonderful speed. He just burnt Machelski off and then just kicked it to a very dangerous part of the ground. And Dunn, who I think is a good forward. We've seen him play some midfield roles, but I actually think that he could be a better forward, Dunn, if they persevere with him down there.
Comes to Bruce. 55 metres out. Bruce across the ground. Watts pushing up. He's got it 60 metres out. Just lobs it into the path of our man, Richo. Green's taken the mark. 35 metres out. And this will be a soda for him. Just bring it back left to right, split the middle.
They've started confidently, haven't they, Melbourne? Their ability, and you've been magnificent so far too, their ability to actually just shift the ball around the ground and drag Sydney as far and as wide as they possibly can to open up the space. Been a really promising start from the Demons.
Brad Green, such a talented player, and normally such a beautiful kick. And he comes. Kick is on its way. Oh, and it brushed the post. Did it? Or is it good? It's good. It just missed the post. Richo is down there high-fiving no one in particular.
Well, I reckon there's just double check. I think that's the umpire we can hear in the background there. Tycho, I'm not convinced that that was a goal.
I think it hit the post, to be honest.
I think there's one Irishman at the ground that's not Jim that thinks it hit the post. It did look like it, didn't it?
Yep.
He's been an excellent player, Brad Green. Let's just have another look at this kick. Not sure we can. It's just. Although the ball did change direction dramatically there, didn't it?
Well, from ground level here, we were directly behind Brad Green, and I'm pretty positive that hit the goalpost, and we are 100 metres away.
No, we're not. We're on the green bandwagon, you and I.
Half forward at the moment with Kennelly on him. Great tackle, got him. It was Wanamiri.
I reckon he made contact with his foot then.
Yes.
And Wanamiri, he's found Green.
Teddy, just here, mate.
Well, Jack Watts' second efforts were important at centre wing, weren't they?
Outstanding.
Yep.
This was just a great play. Strong too over the ball and just able to keep the ball in his real estate and then just shovel it out then. But Green already, his ability to lead at the right moment, Green, he's just such a natural forward.
I know the West Coast Eagles were very keen to get him as a full forward. Very keen.
He's 23-14 from set shots so far this year. The first one, he might have got a bit lucky. That one, he's kicked it magnificently. That was spot on. Well, right on cue, he's kicked 2 early goals.
Almost in the identical position too. I mean, that's the part of the ground that he likes to lead to. And just getting good separation. I reckon that made contact with his foot then, Jared McVeigh. Looked back at the umpire, just telling him that that's what he thought too. And Aussie the Mozzie, they've been waiting a long time to get him back into the side there, but Teddy Richards just not able to get the closing speed to shut down that lead. And they've been wanting Wanamiri back in the side for two old years. Finally, they got him in there. Not sure Richards is going to have enough speed to go with Green on the lead.
Career best in a season. Kicks it out towards the wing. Oh, nice work in front. That's Bale going down towards half forward. Was it Marriage? It was Marriage who won the ball. Wanamiri. Green's got it again.
That's that speed. He started on the top of the goal square again. Very difficult for a forward to stop. Just watch this, just strong body play there from Wanamiri. He's against a very good player there in Ty Kennelly too, but just burn him off. And they've been desperate to get him back into the side, Wanamiri, but he's had those hamstring problems, hasn't been able to get his body right.
I think Richo may have seen this game in an earlier life. What do you reckon? Here's Green going at his third. And he's put it through. Green's got 3. Melbourne have got 4. And what a start by the Demons, in stark contrast to last week when they couldn't buy a goal early against the Dockers.
Here's the setup again, and that pretty much was a 50-50 ball then between Wanamiri and Kennelly, but he was able to turn him inside out, and the finish is the thing. At the moment, their forward line looks really adaptable. They've got Green, Wanamiri at ground level. They've got Watts down there. Liam Jarrah, who can play tall and small. They're athletic, they're quick, and also Lyndon Dunn. So at the moment, they're causing some real troubles with the matchups for the Sydney Swans backline.
At the MCG now, Dean doesn't have a winning record as a coach
Knock it out.
as yet, but he certainly does all right when he plays a non-Victorian here.
Fell in his back. Right there, Ryan. Push out now, guys.
The other
Aaron,
veteran
take it
gets a
out.
chance to kick a goal, and Cameron Bruce.
That's it, right there.
Great start from Melbourne.
Let him lead, boys. That's your line. Mark's here.
This is what they've been looking for. I mean, they've been playing well in patches, but they haven't been able to do it
You've had
over
20.
a long period of time. In particular, there have been these slow starts, and they've been playing catch-up football, but this has been a really positive, fast start for them.
Let him run at the
It's only his
40.
second set shot for the year, Cameron Bruce. He's kicked 4 goals so far. That's a beauty. I mean, this is just a fairy tale start. Melbourne lead by 5 goals to 1. A couple of their veterans who were in those dark times for a long time, Green and Bruce, coming to the fore. Sylvia and Bolton. Bruce's hands were, rather McDonald's hands were good, and then Johnson to Jones. Jones has to be deliberate, and he is. It's a very good kick into Morton. Now, this is where they've been dangerous going forward here. Watts in the heart of the centre square. Decision time, took a long time, found the mark. And Jarrah, well, this is like being in a candy shop if you're a Melbourne supporter, isn't it?
But once again, Bruce, they won that last stoppage on the centre wing. Their spread is really good, Melbourne. They're really quick spreading side. Watch Watts last week against Fremantle, and he was really intelligent with the ball use, and once again making the correct decision under pressure. Then great poise.
So their oldies are kicking goals. Their number 1 draft picks are getting hold of the footy. Their Indigenous stars are doing just that. Kajara, well, yes, of course he can. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Read a stat during the week about Dean Bailey and the time that he's been at Melbourne. 60 games. They've won the inside 50 count on 10 occasions in those 60 games. At the moment, they've doubled Sydney in the inside 50. So they've been able to get the ball down there, but more importantly that they've gone in the last 5 times and actually been able to set up goals, and that's been an area of their game that they've been particularly weak at. But I really like the look of their forward line today. They've got great flexibility, great athleticism down there.
Sylvia kicking it up towards the wing. Jamar, almost the juggled mark. Kennelly, well, he missed the target. Now an opportunity for Morton, goes to Jones. Jones has played every game this season, lines up, and rarely has he done better than that. The MCG is alight.
Well, they're just playing magnificent football at the moment, and that is that 9 clearances now from the centre.
9 inside 50s for 7 goals.
For 7 goals. I mean, their efficiency's been extraordinary. But once again, Sydney had control of the footy then, but it was an errant handball, and they got caught on the rebound. But they are being stretched at the moment, Sydney. They're trying to send some numbers behind. They're just trying to hold the game up for a period of time, just to try and get some momentum themselves.
So, Tim, the last 6 times Melbourne have gone inside 50, they've scored 6 goals.
No, they've been sensational. But
To slip a hand pass to Davey. Kennelly over the football. Too slick for Kirk. Up goes Sylvia. Well played to Davey. Davey inside the forward 50. Almost to Jamar. Wanamiri swooping on the loose ball. Done. Bacon square. Goal!
I'm a big fan of Aussie the Mozzie. He's had 3 touches this afternoon, and they've all resulted in goals. Just watch this again. Good pressure, not enabling Sydney to rebound. Kept the ball inside. There's Wanamiri, number 33, Smart play, intelligent play, dishing the handball out to Dunn, who's been really lively in their forward line too. He's got a big, strong body, Dunn. I like the way they've set up this afternoon, Melbourne. Their forward line looks outstanding.
Lynn took the mark, plays it to the wing. 10 possessions in the first term to this man, Colin Sylvia. Long kick. Green is going back in position A. He is a wonderful footballer. They're not jumping on the bandwagon because I think we've liked him from the outset. Shortly into his career, he showed he had all the tricks and all the ability. And you just think in a top side, because generally Melbourne have struggled, particularly in recent years. He may have got more adulation. As it is, he's about to get his 4th goal. Drives it through. Sydney in desperate trouble. 43 points the margin.
Melbourne, one of the best sides in the competition at kick-ins and scoring from kick-ins, and they set that up beautifully out wide on the wing. Here's the first kick here from Rivers. No one within probably 20 metres of when Sylvia actually gained possession of that ball. He's able to run and then deliver it to the top of the square. Difficult matchup, Green, because you actually need somebody who's got some speed, but you need that bloke who's a bit taller as well. He's the perfect matchup, and at this stage they just don't appear to have somebody that's got both those as part of their armoury in their back six, Sydney.
A lot of competition so far because they've had some outstanding players, the D's. Back he goes. Now Frawley can kick it a fair way. He decides to go bang and kick right to the goals. And it's, yep, you betcha, it's that sort of day.
Well, it's 19 inside 50s for Melbourne now. They've scored 10 goals, so they're going at better than 50% on a forward entry, and this will do it for you every time. If you actually kick it from outside 50 over the top, somebody had to get a paw on that ball.
In front, lays it off to Johnson. End-to-end stuff. Sylvia stumbles, assisted by Wanamiri. Well, he knew he was going to do that before the ball arrived. Scully knew he was going to do that before he kicked it, or before the ball arrived. He puts it through.
They're irresistible at the moment, but we've spoken so much about their attacking flair. See Paul Roos, he looks nonplussed on the bench at the moment. But it's been their defensive pressure that they've applied as well. This time they come back through the corridor. Quick hands there by Wanamiri. But each time Sydney look like they're trying to mount some sort of an attacking challenge, they've been stopped by Melbourne. Their defensive pressure has been outstanding. And then once they gain possession of the ball, they're really quick on the spread.
It's already their biggest first half of the year. They kick. So Morton, it's the last thing Sydney need is a 12th goal for the Demons in the opening half. And Morton with a long, strong kick to the goal square. Big fly, he's got it. The Russian.
He was always going to mark that. He just came in from the most perfect position, set himself. There was no body contact on him at all. What's this? Pike just sat back off him. He actually had to just involve him in some sort of a tussle there. Just allowed him to 1, 2, 3 jump into the ball.
He's a terrific footy story, isn't he? I mean, at 26 years of age, he's suddenly become an overnight sensation. And there you go, 12 opening half goals.
I think that mark is probably the one that annoys coaches more than any other mark that might get taken on the ground. The one within about 5 metres of the goal line. Here's the long kick in from Morton, but really Pike, who's still learning the game, and he's made enormous advances in his game this year, but he just had to get a body on Jamar there. Just such an easy jump for Jamar.
There, and now Frawley. As we said, a goal kicker earlier today. Searching kick inside the 50. Green was up, falls to Dunn. Learnt by his previous effort. Straight through the middle, he's got 3.
He had a sighter just before. Malcheski's down again. It may be that shoulder that he injured in the second quarter. But good setup, good patient setup again by Melbourne just to change the angle of the forward entry. And there we see Green, who actually is so dangerous in the air. He draws defenders to the contest. On that occasion, there were 3 drawn to the contest, one going back with the fly of the ball. It was Teddy Richards that actually cannoned into Malcheski, and Dunn, who I actually think is just a natural forward, finished it off.
It was a courageous one because they had some opposition, and then McVeigh's gone.
Didn't get a disposal. Play on advantage.
And Jones given the advantage and gets within range and goes for goal. And yep, he's kicked his second, and they've both been memorable.
You're right, 2 adventurous kicks, Bruce, from half-back already in this quarter. Now, probably what poor Roos has said to his team, this is the second one. That's from, the first one was from Jared McVeigh, that one's from Kennelly. And then Melbourne again, as we saw in the first half, their gang tackling, their pressure, their ability, and their willingness to work really hard when they don't have the ball has been a feature of the way they've played this afternoon.
This man, McDonald, fast, then did well, left, little deft touch on White and got rid of him. And McDonald away to McKenzie, switches it over the top. Frawley, she's been a dasher. He and Jetta, they've been together a lot today. And then Frawley, nice kick, running hard. Morton, now this would be a great goal. Leans back.
Bruce.
If you go all the way, though, back to half-back where McDonald won the one-on-one contest against White, just great body use. I mean, the thing about Frawley, though, is he actually can play. Here's the McDonald move against White. Just see that, just a gentle nudge, just took him off the line of the ball. Then he had the peace of mind to kick the ball out wide. McKenzie then handballed the ball over to Frawley. Now, it was a little bit untidy up to here, but then they started to clean it up, and Frawley is wonderful in as much as he can play on a tall, he can play on a small with his speed.
Sydney's problem at the moment is not whether they're going to win or not, it's whether they can hold a percentage advantage over Carlton, because right now they are in all sorts of trouble. Marrick goes short to Wanamiri. Well done, that was good stuff. Coming from Shaw, brilliant handball. Bruce to Bale, to Jara. It's a good kick, Jara. Oh, they're going to be something, aren't they? The D's are going to be something. He is a great kicker, not just because he delivered that. He rarely misses that guy from anywhere.
When he gets himself conditioned over a long period of time, he's going to be something special. But look, Cam Bruce has been outstanding. Just watch this use of the ball from Cam Bruce here. Just does the right thing, bang, handball over the top, keeps his head under pressure. I'm really wrapped for Cam Bruce because he actually had to reinvent the way he plays his footy.
Bale and Shaw, then Shaw back to McVeigh, and then O'Keefe, and Bruce, who strips him of the footy, and that has been symbolic, and then tried something very, very clever. Wanamiri, this will be something clever too. There you are, dribble it home. Oh, Aussie boy.
It is just the most entertaining afternoon of football. There you see Wanamiri, he has just been electric in the forward half, but once again it was Cam Bruce against O'Keefe and also McVeigh. Neither of those guys have had particularly good afternoons, and then Wanamiri he summed this up again beautifully, though.
Yeah.
I couldn't elevate it. I'll just dribble it along the ground and just watch it. This will be the perfect angle. He knew exactly what he was doing.
But Tim, when you speak of angles there was hardly any angle. Them on the ladder. That controversy last night. Moore, Kirk, stolen away by Scully, or rather McKenzie, kicks inside the forward 50, and on the lead Johnson. So they've got 11 goal scorers at the moment.
Nathan,
Johnson
right out.
yet to kick one.
Follow him if you're going to, otherwise
Could make it the dozen with the 18th for Melbourne.
Got 2 really good kids not in the side this afternoon too, in Trengove and also Grimes.
Oh yeah, well Grimes has possibly over the journey this season been their best player.
Oh,
that's a beautiful kick. 12 goal scorers now. Melbourne 80-7, swamping Sydney 5-5.
Well, they rarely defeat the opposition in inside 50s. At the moment, they're smashing Sydney. They've taken in 43 times to 28, but they've been so efficient and productive when they've gone inside 50. They've got such a good balance. I mean, I really like McKenzie. He's a little bit untidy, but he's a really good inside ball winner.
Yep.
And he's been terrific with his hands. That balance between their defence, we know how good they've been this afternoon, but they're actually compiling now a really good midfield. And I don't think their forward line's looked any more exciting than what it has today.
Davey cut off by Bevan to Meredith. And then Meredith uncertain. Well, he's gone too far.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Your kick. Running too far.
That doesn't sum up today, because that would be doing a disservice for Melbourne. But it sort of sums up Sydney a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They've been so shaky in the back half, haven't they?
And that's the pressure that's been applied. It's real pressure, then it's just perceived pressure, but they've really made it difficult for Sydney.
Well, Aaron Davey, how many goal scorers, Dennis? There's a lot, aren't there?
That's 13 now, Drew.
13. It's a lucky number today.
Last year, when Melbourne played, they had to have Aaron Davey getting a lot of the ball because he was just the one ball control they had. Now they've got such a really broad spread on this performance today that he's almost like the icing on the cake. And for most of the afternoon, Kieran Jack started on him, but he's actually been able to go and play as a forward. They take Jack out of the midfield. They go and dislocate the Sydney back six. So he's just been, he's just played a really important role this afternoon again, Aaron Davey.
For a side like Melbourne to grab, because they are hard doers. Scully, Johnson gave him the ball, or tried to. It came behind. Davey sockers it off the ground. Bennell goes looking for Green, controlled it pretty well. At the back, Jarrah instinctively to Green. Green goes in, gets number 5, equals his career high.
This is just an old-fashioned slacking, but again, it was the speed and that first touch from players in their forward line. Bennell actually controlled the ball first, and then it was kicked to a contested situation. We see the build-up from the overhead shot. That's Bennell there with the ball now. That ball didn't hit the target. Green actually kept it in his own real estate, and then it was the fact that Jarrah was so quick to pounce on the ball. And generally, Brad Green makes the right decision when the ball's in his hands. Thought that through well.
Blue chipper from deep in the draft. He was involved his second time. Morton kicked it in, and now we've got holding against Richards. So it's going to be Watts who gets the kick. Richards on Watts. Sounds like a Rolling Stones reunion. And of course we've got Mick Gamer. That's taking a little license. Watts will kick a goal from 25 metres out.
Not so much pressure this week in the last quarter for Watts with a kick for goal, is there?
No, that's right. But the signs are good for Watts. It's slowly starting to come around. Tim, what do you reckon?
Oh, no, he's going to be a player. There's no question about that.
Not everybody is lucky enough to be a Tim Watson, a child protege. There he goes through the middle. He's taking a while.
And the other thing with all these other players emerging in the Melbourne team at the moment, there's going to be pressure actually taken off him to be a superstar at an early age. Here's the free kick. This is it. At the top of the screen there you see Richards just body on body with Watts, and the umpire signaled before that what happened was Richards actually locked his arm around Watts and stopped him from moving, and that's why he paid the free kick downfield.
Paid, and so quick on the tackle, Davey. Frawley just sweeps it to Wanamiri. He can take his pick here, left, right or centre. He goes out wide to Bennell, and then Bennell takes off and kicks the goals to the goal square. Green lurking.
Free kick, J-Mark.
Well, they're going to love this, Melbourne fans.
Against you.
That's the big body against Ted Richards again.
2 metres.
The other thing,
This put Richards under real pressure, and there's not much in that, and I'm only thinking that perhaps the umpire thought because his eyes weren't on the ball when he made contact, that's why he's awarded the free kick. But it was really the kick that put the defenders under so much pressure.
And his presence in the goal square is a good one to have, isn't it? He's done it a couple of times today.
He can go forward and kick goals.
This is for a second. So Melbourne get 122. They're getting closer to that 161. They're up to 140.
Oh.
Once again, though, Sydney looked like they were going to escape up in the midfield. We just see that free kick again. Obviously, Richards going back with the fly of the ball. Looking back at the ball there, but it was just that. Look, it was really almost incidental contact. I think that's a pretty harsh call on the umpire's behalf, really, to pay a free kick against him for that. But
loved him back there as well. Frawley, Bartram, McDonald, Garland. That's going to be some sort of backline in a couple of years. Hand pass from Bolton to Mackner. There's the siren. Great win to Melbourne.